All right, so now that we have the template in, we've seen what's in there, we're going to want to start editing this template so that it speaks to the content of our course. We're going to start that by editing this home page. To do that, you're going to click the Edit button, and that will bring you to the Rich Content Editor. That's what this is called right here, from this B down to these number of words. You'll notice that when I put my arrow, my cursor over this little dotted triangle, it changed into an up and down arrow. That's so that if I needed to, I could drag it down and expand it some. Okay, so that's what I've done. So while you're editing, you can change the name of it. This is homepage. You can change the name so that it's something else. But it says place your course title here. I'm going to call this my template course checklist. Okay. And all I had to do was place my cursor in that text. Let me see if I can get out of it. And it will replace that text as I type. I might have to select it and then type over it. So I'm typing now, template course. Okay. So you just put your cursor in and you type. But let me show you these buttons, and I want to show you something else. You see, we've got this template course right now. Look right there. What's it say? It says header 2. Now I've got down here in the left side navigation menu in this just general text here, it says paragraph. Here in welcome, it says header 2. Here, navigation tip, it says header 3. Here in quick access, it says header 2. This box right here is very important to make sure you use it consistently. This is the styles box, and we have 3 header styles and a paragraph style. Now, why this is important? Number 1, it looks good. It puts structure to your document. Number 2, it affects how screen readers will read the page if you have a student that needs to use a screen reader. So it's important whenever you have a heading, make sure that you have it as a header level 2, 3, or 4, depending on its structure. Okay, so let's tell you what. Let's do this. I'm going to click under navigation tab, and I'm just going to type some stuff into this here box. Is that bold-faced? Kinda looks like it. Okay, because you'll see this up here, this B stands for bold, is selected. See that little arrow underneath it? If I were to select all of this and say, no bold, then it goes back to regular. So this is some basic formatting that you can do in the Rich Content Editor. You can add the bold. You can add italics. You can add underlines, if you like underlines. You can change the text color. You can change the background color. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so blue text with a yellow background. You can clear the formatting. So maybe you didn't like it and you say, do away with that. You can align it to the left, center it. You can align it to the right. You can increase an indentation and decrease an indentation. That's what those two icons do. Decrease and increase indentation. Again, this is good for laying bare the structure of your document. Make sure that outlines are correctly indented. We can add superscript. Let's make it superscript. Boom. And so that brings it up there, kind of like what you would do for, I don't know. I would do that for I'm a musician, so that's what I would need to do to type the 5-7 chord. The 7 should actually be superscript. You can do that for endnotes, things like that, or just whatever you need superscript for. You can also type some more stuff. Do subscript. That's what this button does. So maybe in chemistry, stuff like that, you would find that very useful. Nothing like a good bulleted list. That's what that button does. You hit return, you get the next bullet. If you hit tab, it will indent it, give you the other bullet shape. Second level bullet, same thing. Third level bullet. So these are called in computer speak unordered lists, as opposed to the numbered lists or ordered lists. So that will give you a 1, and you can type some stuff. Hit return, it gives you 2. Type some stuff, but check it. You can indent, and look, it starts your numbering over again. More stuff under number 2 stuff, and even more. Why not more? Oh, and guess what? You can even indent again. This is getting ridiculous. Yes, it is. And now, when you shift tab, that moves you back 1 level. You can also use these buttons here, the increase and decrease indent. And notice it remembered where you were. You were on number 4. You can type in number 4, hit return, and then if you use this button, decrease indent, it will move it over and remember that you were at number 3, the third thing. So that's that top row of the RCE. It's not all that different from what you would find in a word processor, right? Right. Okay. Now the second row of the RCE, I'm going to go ahead and remove this stuff. This is where we start getting all kinds of fancy. We can put in a table. So I click table. I want a table that is 3 by 4. And then within that, I get this extra panel here, table properties, cell spacing, width, height, padding, caption, alignment, advanced, border style. I want a double border. Okay, things like that. You can also, there's a way that you can create a header row. I forget how that is done. Maybe you have to select the row, table properties. Nope. Nope. Cancel. Delete table. Insert row before, insert row after. Delete row. Insert column before, insert column after. Delete column. That's not what I want to do. Here we are. Row. So, again, I'm in the table. I've selected the row. I do this drop-down box up here in this icon, and I go to row, and row properties. I'm going to make this row type a header type. Okay. All right, now that's important again for screen readers. Screen readers will treat this differently than they treat other things. So I might say name, email, occupation, and car. Right, so those are now my headers. I could format those a little bit more. Let's say I wanted, again, let's go to up here to this table. I'll go row, row properties. It's a header row, advanced. Let me get a border color. Oh, no, I have to type it in. Let's see if it'll go blue. Background color, gray. See, there I did it. And then if I wanted to change the font, I would do that here. Make this white. Okay, so now it even looks a little bit different. So tables, a lot of stuff you can do with tables. I'm going to go ahead and delete that table. This button here, insert or edit media. What does that mean? Well, we click it, we can embed or give the source and the dimensions, constrain the proportions. Okay, so that's talking about images. So if I go over here to images, I can search Flickr and let me search for template. And we'll use that one. Then when I click on it, I can use this media button to bring the dimensions down 200. Whoa. That was not supposed to happen. I got that wrong somehow. We'll edit that out in post. Bring that out. Okay, so insert edit media. You might want to check the Canvas guides on that. Link to URL. This is a button you have used if you have done your syllabus and you've auto-opened the inline preview. This is how you indicate a link. You might want to say link to EagleWeb. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, find the EagleWeb URL, copy it, and then instead of putting the URL in there, I'll do this link to URL, and then paste the URL in there, insert link, and now that text has become clickable, and it will shoot me out to EagleWeb whenever I do it. Click on it as a student. All right. This is the remove link in case you don't want that link to work anymore. Command Z, you just click the remove link and away it goes. Embed image. Again, this is if you have URL, if you have files that you can look through in Canvas, you can search Flickr for an image template search. I want this. I don't know what that is. It's a journal template. I'm going to use it. Okay. So it can bring that image in. You can click on it, drag the bounding buttons to move it, resize it. You can move it about. Sort of. All right. Go ahead and get rid of it. Insert math equation. If you're a mathematician, guess what? You can insert a math equation. It's got your basic operators, the Greek letters, relationships, arrows, all kinds of good stuff. I've not used this at all. I think you just basically do that, do that. This is Jibblejigark Blarmies. This is what you write on the board to frighten your students before they come in. All right, so you can build an equation. You can also type in numbers. Insert that equation in there, and there it is. Isn't that snazzy? Did you know you could do that? I bet you didn't. And here's the good stuff. Oh, this is the good stuff. This button here, YouTube. Click it. You can search YouTube for journal template. Find it. Embed it. It will go right there in the page. The student can watch the video from right there in the page. They don't have to go outside of Canvas. Keeps them engaged with the content and not distracted by the time suck that is YouTube, that YouTube is designed to be. So you can keep them right there on your page watching the content you want them to watch. I'll just backspace over that to get rid of it. There's another widget just like it for Vimeo if you have Vimeo files you use. This is external tools, this little V. There's a mound of things you can do here and install them and use them right here in external tools. This one, oh, this is so cool. This is record upload media. So you click it. Now it won't let me record my face because my screen cap software is busy using the webcam, but I can record what I'm saying and leave a message like this for my students to hear when they click on this link and save that. It will go right in there as a comment. All right. So that is this record upload media tool. This is underused. People should use this a lot more than they do. Left to right paragraph, right to left paragraph. I don't get that one. Maybe if you're in a different language, you need to do that. I don't know what it does. Let me see. Let me type it. A right to left paragraph does not seem to do what it says. Left to right paragraph. Now what? I'm not really sure what that does. Maybe if you've got it right aligned, you can do that and type from the edge. I guess that's what it does. Why did it put the period in front? That. Okay, there it goes. Again, I don't have much use for it, but it's there if you need it. This is where you can change the font sizes. .36 font. And this is where you change, that's the paragraph style. So that just turned all of that into a header. All right, so what's that button? Check accessibility. Well, you click that, it tells you different stuff. Okay, text larger than 18 or 14 bold should display a minimum contrast ratio of 3:1. Okay. File name should not be used as the alt attribute describing the image content. Well, okay. File names, okay. So that's the accessibility checker. Make sure that you're using the right accessibility features of this website. All right, now I do want to show you, because I think it's a feature that people should really use a lot. I'm going to leave and not save my changes. Here is the course overview. And earlier, I recorded a media comment and then embedded it right here. You can, and again, I did that with, let me show you again, this button right there. That's how I did that. Okay, and here it is. This is a little meta. Now this here is just one of the slick things that Canvas can do. You can actually record from a webcam and put it right into your page via the rich content editor, which is what I'm doing right now. You'll probably get to watch this and then see how to do it. I won't be able to demonstrate how to capture the video, but it's the exact same thing as capturing the audio. So I think you can do it quite easily if you have a webcam. All right, this is recording media to put into your pages in Canvas. It's cool. All right, so that is what happens when you use that record media button right there. You can just drop it right into your page. It's a great way to connect with your students. All right, that's a lot from the Rich Content Editor and some things that we haven't even gone over with it. But the main thing that you need to know is that these little row of icons, they help you format the text and they help you create the content of the page. The ones that I use the most, the paragraph styles, I use YouTube a lot. The links, I use that a lot. And then, of course, just basic formatting, especially numbered lists and things like that. Okay, that's the Rich Content Editor. Now, that's a lot. I'm going to include a lot of resources from Canvas on this very topic in this module. So if you want to go deeper into the Rich Content Editor, you can. Just about everything you come across in Canvas, you interact with using the Rich Content Editor. It's how you put words on the page, on the assignment, in the discussion. So you're going to get used to you're going to be using the Rich Content Editor a lot. All right, that's it for this video on the Rich Content Editor. Come back and we'll do some more later. All right, bye-bye.